What's up, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in my lawn in Central North Carolina. It's a pleasure and honor to be able to make these videos for you guys. If you're first time watching my channel, I always like to say this in the beginning, that I am not a professional. I'm a DIYer, normal guy, normal job, just like to have a nice, beautiful green lawn. Try to make it the very best I can. I took all my learning from a simple lawn care nut $20 lawn care plan and from YouTube videos. And I'm pretty thrilled with the results we've gotten here. Sorry about the hair, man. Look at that. So thank you for joining. Subscribe if you're not. If you're interested, if you like the channel, all the content is free. Have at it. But if you're not subscribed, and thank you all that continue to come back to the channel. I just appreciate it so much for all the support. So today, guys, I feel like we haven't done a lawn care video in a very long time, and I just got the urge to come out and mow, and I was like, I need to put a mow on it. So just to update you, because I don't think I filmed this the last time. The last time I did a double cut slant. You'll see it. I posted some pictures on Instagram at Mr. Ferguson Lawn. Go check it out if you're interested. And then I just did a cut now. So I wanted to film now. It's later in the day, about 4:30. So it's getting close, you know, it's getting darker. So the color is going to look a little deep, dark green, but it is a very awesome color. So I wanted to show you the mow and go over the lawn. But before we go over that, as you can see behind me, how awesome, we still got some bare spots in some of the trouble areas. We want to talk about that quickly. But I wanted to mention that I did, if you remember the winterizer video, I spoon fed a little bit. It was about a quarter of that bag. It's been over a week now. I threw it out. We thought it was going to rain. Turns out we had a little bit of rain overnight. So I've spoon fed a little bit of it, and it's the 32-010 Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard. Go back, check out that video to see exactly the product in the beginning. So I wanted to mention to you, I did throw that down about a week ago. We're getting close to when I just need to put the full application down. So I wanted to spoon feed some of it because it covers a bigger square footage than what I need. And I wasn't going to just throw the whole thing down. I wanted to spoon feed it in because here in North Carolina, you know, we never truly go dormant until really after Christmas, to be honest with you. So I'm waiting for the right time that I feel like, okay, I'm just going to throw down my winterizer and ride it out, man, whether it helps or not. So I've still got that app, and it may be coming soon, and hopefully maybe the Monday video, maybe it'll be the next Friday video, we'll do just that, because I look like some colder temperatures may be coming. So with that said, let me turn the camera around, show you. The color is looking awesome. I don't know how the camera will pick it up. So let's look at the trouble spots, how they're progressing, and I'll try to remind you of the seed that you're looking at. So let's do a quick lawn review. All right, so let's go with Mr. Backyard. So clearly the cut we did was north to south, and we've done that twice back here and on the sides, and in the front we'll show you that. So here's trouble spot number one we've talked about. It's looking better. It's looking better. I think if we went back and I do a side-by-side of how bad this area has looked, I think the tenacity is what really like stunned it, thinned it out. It really shocked its system. I think it was tenacity. So if you're like, what are you talking about? Read the tenacity label. It can affect fine fescues like chewing red fescue and all this stuff. And I didn't read it, and I threw it right down with this dense shade mix that I put right here because it's shady in this area, and I think it affected it. But that said, after cutting it several times, it's looking better. It's still not great, but I think spring will definitely puff it up and thicken it up for sure here. The rest of it in the center, GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue Spreader Elite, right here in the center is looking amazing. The areas back here, there is one other area right here. This is an area that thinned out. We put down grub, we put down grub treatment, we put down bifin, and we put down some propiconazole for just in case fungus. And it looks like it's recovered a little bit, but as you guys can see, it's still a little patchy and thin, but we'll keep an eye on it. I think it's fine. I think spring is really going to get it to just, it's just going to pop back up. So nothing really planned for here. It's almost winter. So man, it looks so good. Look at these stripes, guys. It makes me feel so great. However, back here, remember, for all my new viewers, we tried to put down, you know, this area is shaded everywhere where it's thin. It's shaded during the summer. So I was like, I'm going to do a dense shade mix. Well, currently in fall, we're getting getting direct sunlight. Now again, I think tenacity had a lot to do with it, but this is some really hard ground. It's patchy. This, as many have said in the comments, I agree with them. We likely will turn this into just a natural area. From these trees back, we just won't even waste seed back there. I've tried to see how far I can go. There's so many roots on top, as you can see right here. There's roots, and it's just like, you know what, we probably need to etch it out, you know, from here and then come around here and maybe try to get some in here in the playset and kind of fade it out around here and just keep all this non-grass. So that's something we'll look at next year. Right here in front of the playset here, it's still, you know, ugly. I hate it. I'm tempted to throw maybe some topsoil and some seed down. As winter goes on, maybe that grass will sprout. Maybe spring will just completely fill this in. I don't know which way to go. I'll keep you updated, but I just don't like this area. But of course, this is where we have roots, and it's just patchy and thin. I mean, look at that. There's not a single piece of grass over in this area over here. So I'm not sure what to do. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not too concerned about it back here. More roots probably from this tree over here, more roots down here on the ground. So not too concerned. Is again, on my channel, I'll show you guys the good, which if I was just to go like this, like, man, look how awesome my yard looks, you know, that's how deceptive would that be? I don't like doing that. I like showing you the ugly as well, because nobody's perfect. So these are the areas I'll be watching. We didn't want to treat this area at all. It's hard, number one. Number two, we're going to rock this and build a ramp for the shed. So that's why it's always going to be bare down here in this section by my shed. The Dense Shade Mix by Jonathan Green seems to be doing well. You know, I wanted to show it to you while I got the leaves off, but the neighbor's yard's doing well back there. They actually just blew the leaves Sunday, and today's Wednesday, and you see how it is. It's covered. So it's a battle to keep the leaves off. Shade Garden not doing too well. But over here, you know, we're a little thin in some areas. It's a little thin, you know, look at the grass, don't look too happy. Again, I think tenacity did some things to this as well. It was really thick in the beginning, it thinned out, and I think tenacity is to blame. We did throw down some fescue in this. It don't look like it really took. So we'll see what this turns out. I'm not gonna touch this area. I wanna see what happens in the spring. Maybe we'll revisit this footage and say, wow, look at what spring did to this area when it looked like this in November. So we'll keep an eye on that. Moving up, man, look at those stripes. Man, in person, it just looks really good. I hope it looks as good on camera, guys. But we're good all the way up here. A little bit thin over here where we had that washout. Remember, back when we seeded, we had a underground like French drain. We had to pull it up, throw in some topsoil, reseed that area. So it's coming in well. It's looking great. There's a few tracks in the area as far as, you know, mower tracks in this area over here. I'm not concerned about anything over here. The only thing that I've kept my eye on is this section. If you guys remember, go back to my previous videos, this section looked ugly. I mean, it was rough, and really the fact that it's striped over looks amazing. So spring will definitely help this, the growth, the burst of growth in spring, all these little bald, small patchy areas, no issue or concern at all. We do need to show some love to this tree ring because it just looks sad. The front yard, my goodness, look at it. You can see where I cross cut it last time, and then we did a north to south this time. Man, it just looks so good. It looks so great. There's nothing that I can really, you know, we got some Bermuda that's dying out. For those that are saying, what'd you do about Bermuda? I just let it die out for now. We're gonna see where the problem is. I've not been treating it. That's the things that I need to go back to Grass Factor, you know, ask them guys for a fescue yard, and then compare that to how much money is in the bank. Is it anything I can, you know, fight, and we'll find out. This area is still slow. That's one area. I mean, it's tough to get water over here. It's right on the property line. I'm not too concerned. It's always been like that. There could be rocks right under here. Bermuda, remember the area down here, you can still vaguely see where I did Roundup right before we seeded. The grass is coming up, the Bermuda's dying off, and it's filling back in on its own, so it's working in beautifully. The stripes are just absolutely from the road. Just look. Oh, let me mention also, I did drop the mower down to 3 inches, so half an inch lower. It's recommended to do that, you know, just because it could go dormant at any time. I don't know if it's going to grow anymore. This could be my last mow. I have no idea, but man, it is looking some mighty nice right here. Of course, the edge of the road, not too concerned. These little areas, you know, that's it's a little spotty, you know, from the asphalt to the Jonathan Green solar green right here on the edge of the road, but it's looking great. So nothing there, and you can just see how awesome the front yard is. It's right now, now, I think it may be in contention for best looking, but the solar green on the edge is doing well. Over here at the mailbox, it's continuing to come in. It's just slow, but obviously it looks better. It's starting to, you know, just look decent. And so with the stripage, you can see exactly what it looks like there with the edging, man. I just think it looks just absolutely gorgeous. But you can see that's what we're working with, and then the striping looks awesome. But again, the Jonathan Green from this angle, this is the way we've showed it a lot of times. You know, from here over is Jonathan Green, Solar Green. Can you really tell that that is Jonathan Green, Solar Green versus GCI Turf, Type Tall Fescue, Cool Blue, and a little bit still hanging on of Kentucky 31? No, you can't tell. If you really get up on it, sometimes when the lighting is just right, you can tell the difference, but vaguely. So to those that are saying, can you tell the difference between GCI Turf, Jonathan Green? Does it make it look weird? I don't think so. And Mr. Kevin would likely agree down in the comments. You can read his comment down there. Again, you can see the cross cut. I think that effect looks pretty awesome. So front yard is looking absolutely tremendous. So coming back here to the side, wrapping up the side, this little strip is just, again, it's just, we got a little bit of tracks here that you can see if I really get in, but I'm not concerned. You know, spring is going to take care of that. Mower tracks, it kind of bothers me, so it's tough to, you know, I try to go side to side with this as well as up and down and mix it up so I don't make tracks. So be aware of that in your lawn. But I mean, look at those stripes, guys. We're back. I mean, from where we were, you know, from where we were this past summer in, you know, September, and before that, excuse me, August, September, when we had all that die off. This feels so good. It feels so good. And just, I double cut these stripes the last time, and then I just went over again when I cut, and just look how beautiful. I love it to death, man. We're back, and you guys that called it, you're right. And it just looks awesome. Trim down the trees. Our trees are struggling a little bit, so if you know anything about these, my wife will have to comment if she watches and tell you that we have one tree down here that's turning yellow. It's starting to die off, so I don't know. We're still fighting the deer from eating it. I think we're winning that battle, but the trees are yellowing up some. I don't know if that's normal. Comment if you know. The Japanese maple don't look too happy, so it may not survive. But that's pretty much it. We're still thin a little bit over here, but mainly the biggest concerns in my yard right now, guys, is back here. And it's right here where we're at, and it's this area. So that'll be the big question. And really, it's not that bad. You know, go back 20 seconds when I was showing you from my driveway what the yard looks like. I'm pleased. I'm not, you know, like, oh my gosh, panicking, I'm gonna have an ugly yard all year. It's not perfect, and this is in the backyard, and this is what we're looking at. So that's where we stand right now. As of you know, a week before Thanksgiving, we're looking pretty good, man. So I appreciate all of you guys stopping by the video. Remember to check in for the midweek quickies on Wednesday. Remember to check us out Mondays and Fridays for lawn care videos. But everything is going well here. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know how your yard is coming along. For all of you guys, we will look to putting down the full app of the Winter Guard here very soon. I'll be sure and record it, and I'll show you throwing it down. The Honda mower continues to one pull start. It is great. Clearly the cut is just, I mean, it's just beautiful. This is the time of year when cutting the yard is just a privilege and an honor and fun. This angle don't look great, but man, it just looks so good. So thank you guys for stopping by for this progress report of my lawn. Hope you're having a great week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week for another video. God bless.